I'm gonna cook this pasta. I'm not necessarily sure I want to call this a cooking demonstration as much as like some kind of crazy fantasia that I had. I had an idea to cook this pasta. It's this idea of kind of marrying pork and fennel and lemon, right? By the way, I always think that like every recipe should start with like, pour yourself your favorite alcoholic beverage because it's just so much more fun when you're drinking, seriously, and it comes out better and you don't freak out as much. So like, for me, it's a rosé spritzer, right? So that's step one of the recipe, like pour yourself a glass of wine or scotch or vodka or rosé and seltzer, okay? And I'm heating this oil at medium-high heat. Again, it's about 1/3 of a cup of good olive oil, right? And then you take this beautiful pork sausage, sort of sweet Italian pork sausage. You can get it from like any grocer. Well, not any grocer. Get it from a good grocer. By the way, I have a kettle of, big pot of water boiling. It's like 8 cups of water or something for a pound of pasta. This I'm using rigatoni, right? But that's boiling up, and I used a lot of salt in that. I don't know, almost like half a cup of salt or 3 big tablespoons of salt. All right, so now this oil is pretty hot, and I'm gonna put the sausage in, right? There it goes into the saucepan. I always start with sausage, I think, right? And I have this wonderful tool. Check this tool out. It's this wonderful tool. It's like a kind of a sausage smasher. Isn't it great? Okay. And I'm going to smash up the sausage, right? I'm going to sort of brown, just so it browns. Give it like a 2 minutes head start on the sauce. Like maybe when the sausage is browned, you could then throw the pasta into the water. Only because we have one camera, you can't see this, but I am putting the pasta in the water, which has been salted, well salted. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now the sausage is browned. So I've added my onions, right, into the mix of the sausage. It's 1 large onion cut in half moons. So now, this one thing that Lydia Bastianich taught me, the genius Lydia Bastianich, you kind of push stuff to the side, right? So this large saucepan, not for no reason, you push all of that to the side, and in the hot part of the pan, you place the raw fennel, which it's 1 large raw fennel bulb that I've cut into half moons, okay? Wilt it a little bit, but again, you want the crunch of the, I like a little crunch from the fennel. One really good thing about a good chef is that you clean while you cook, right? While you're waiting for your fennel to wilt, you maybe bust with mise en place. Here's the trifecta, okay? Cooking, drinking a rosé spritzer, and watching Jeopardy, right? There's something incredible about those 3 things occurring all at once. It makes me feel so happy and secure and great. Right now, I'm not watching Jeopardy. I'm talking to you guys. I harvested like the fronds from the top of the fennel that almost looks like dill or something, but it's just for garnish later. That's going to go on top of the bowl of pasta when I finish it. We'll see, by the way, this is the first time I've ever made this pasta. So that's a little crazy that I'm doing it as a segment, because who knows, it might be really terrible, but I doubt it. I'm going to add in some pepperoncino, this sort of hot pepper that I like. I'm just going to add it into the center of this saucepan. And now the last thing I'm going to add before I add the lemon and the pasta is garlic, right? And because I don't want it to burn and I want it to cook. So, you want to start smelling it. The minute you start smelling it, you kind of know that you got to move to the next step because you don't want to burn the garlic. That's like 5 cloves, I would say, 5 big fat cloves of garlic that have just been, sliced nice and thin. Now I'm going to add some pasta water, all right? I'm going to add about, eyeballing this, it's about a cup of water in here, a cup of the pasta water in here, and I'm going to cook this together. So this is going to create this wonderful sauce, right? By the way, the pasta water is salty, so you don't need to salt the dish, right? But I'm going to add this, which is the lemon juice. This is 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice, like freshly squeezed lemon juice, and I added a little zest too. And I don't want it to ruin it, but I don't think it will. I think my internal taste buds are telling me yes, right? So I'm going to add that now. That's good. That's good. That's going to need some cheese, right? And we have our cheese here. This is like about 1.25 cups or a cup of cheese. We'll get to that. But always reserve water when you cook pasta. Reserve the water. See it? Reserve. Okay. Immediately it goes into the sauce. So we're going to tell you this cooked al dente, very, very al dente. That says that it's been cooking for about, I'd say, 12 minutes or something, or what's going to bring this whole thing together, I think, I'm going to turn off the heat, and add in the cheese. I say use a lot of cheese. Use more cheese than you think, right? Always more cheese. Cheese is always good. All right, well, this is done. This is done. That looks really good. And then the garnish of this dish is a little bit more Parmesan cheese, right? Just a little bit of cheese, pretty. And then a few of these fronds, a few of the fennel fronds, right? See that? That looks good, right? And again, it's an experiment, so I don't know how it tastes. Let me taste it for you and I'll tell you. Check this out. Well, you know what? That is a taste sensation. Come on, pork and lemon, man, and fennel. You had me at pork. Okay, I'm busy eating. Bye. See you soon.